Yo, what's up guys? It's Noah here, and in today's video, we're going to be talking through some player props I like on Prizepicks for today's NBA slate on Wednesday, April the 30th. We got two games on Wednesday. We got Game 5 of the Rockets and Warriors series. The Warriors are up 3-1 in that series, so they've got a chance to close things out, move on to the next round. The Rockets, they're going to be looking to try and stay alive at home. And then we've got Game 5 of Lakers and Timberwolves. Lakers, they're down, 1-3 or 3-1, however you want to look at it. Lakers are down. They got a chance to try and, or they're trying to keep their season alive at home. Minnesota, on the other hand, trying to punch their ticket to the second round. So we'll see how these games play out, guys. We got two games on Wednesday. Going to give you guys two early props that I like for today. Taking a first look at the board on Tuesday night. Now, I will say, as we get later on in the postseason, it's going to be hard to find a lot of props, that stand out because the lines are just getting super sharp at this time of the season. You got the same matchups over and over, so the books are able to, they know how to adjust the lines to what they should be. So it will definitely get harder to find plays that stand out. But I did still find two plays for today, guys. We're just going to be giving out two plays from the Rockets-Warriors game. Didn't really see any props I liked in the Lakers-Minnesota game. But I'll look at the board again on Wednesday, see if I find anything. If I find any more plays, I'll always share those over on Patreon. But before we do talk through the two plays I like for today, do want to say, if you guys are new to the channel, if you have not yet, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Also, go check out Prizepicks, guys. If you're not signed up for Prizepicks yet, use that promo code NOAH when you sign up. And when you play $5, you're going to get $50 instantly added to your account. So check out Prizepicks if you have not yet and use that code NOAH when you do sign up. And also do want to give a quick shout out to Sleeper. We do have a partnership with Sleeper as well. You guys can go sign up for Sleeper, use promo code NOAH, and get your first deposit matched up to $100. And for those of you that don't know what Sleeper is, they're a DFS pick'em app. They're very similar to Prizepicks. You just pick more or less on player projections. You build out your lineup. You can make up to an 8-pick lineup on Sleeper. You can win up to 100x your money. So go check them out, guys. Download their app. And again, use that promo code NOAH if you have not signed up for Sleeper yet. But I do want to recap our plays from our video on Tuesday before we talk through Wednesday's plays. So we gave out two picks Tuesday. Looking like another tough day Tuesday, man. So we gave out two props. One of them was an over on Kevin Porter Jr. fantasy score, which I love that play. That was definitely my favorite play of the day. And Kevin Porter Jr. played 42 minutes. He played 46 minutes in overtime because the game went to overtime. And he had 25 fantasy points in 46 minutes, which, I mean, that probably happens maybe one time out of 100. Like, Kevin Porter Jr. has always been a productive player when he gets minutes. He's a guy that averages like a fantasy point per minute. And he was just out there doing cardio on Tuesday night. Like, wasn't producing well. I mean, pretty much everyone in the Milwaukee starting lineup was doing really well except for Kevin Porter Jr. Go figure. Dude plays 46 minutes, doesn't go over his fantasy score line somehow. It is what it is. I mean, I don't regret that play at all. That's one of those plays I would take 100 times out of 100. I mean, they were going to play Kevin Porter Jr. a lot of minutes. He started. They didn't even play Ryan Rollins. He was a DNP. So, like, they were going to play Kevin Porter Jr. a ton. He played a ton, just really wasn't productive. And that's just kind of how it's been going for me lately. It is what it is. And then the other prop that we took was on James Harden. We took his over fantasy score, and that's looking like a loss. Harden's having a really rough game. Only had like 10 fantasy points at halftime, so unless he goes off in the second half, that's probably going to be a loss as well. So tough day on Tuesday, guys. Been a rough stretch lately, man, but hopefully we can close out the month of April with a win. I do have two plays I like for Wednesday, guys, and let's see if we can bounce back here and hit both these plays. As always, I'm going to give you guys my analysis, the reasonings why I like these plays. It's up to you if you want to take them or not, but I'm going to try and give you as much information and analysis as I can on why I like the plays that I do. So the first prop that I do like for Wednesday is going to be a points plus assist prop, and we're going to take Fred VanVleet for more than 18.5 points plus assist. So if we look at what VanVleet has done in this series, he's gone over this line in 2 out of their 4 games. Obviously, the 2 games he went over were their last 2 games where he had 20 PA and 31 PA. So in game 1 of this series, VanVleet did barely go under. He had 17 PA, came up short by 2. If we look at that game, however, he shot the ball terribly in that game. He shot 4 for 19 from the field, and he shot 2 for 13 from 3. So he shot 21% from the field and 15% from 3. Just horrible shooting percentage. And then in game 2, just really struggled overall. Wasn't really involved in the offense. Only had 8 shot attempts in 42 minutes. Shot 1 for 7 from 3. It was just another poor shooting game. I mean, he shot 25% from the field. And in that game, he shot 14% from 3. And Van Vliet, like, he had been going through a really bad shooting slump. Like, pretty much the entire month of April, he was shooting, like, terribly. Like, 25-30% from the field every single game. But it seems like he's starting to kind of break out of that shooting slump. He has shot the ball a little bit better the last few games. Last game, or game 3, shot 5 for 14, had 17 points and 3 assists. And then last game, we saw him be really efficient, 8 for 13 from the field and 8 for 12 from 3. Obviously, 8 for 12 from 3, that's a little bit unsustainable, but clearly Van Vliet's role in this offense is going to be really good. He's just playing so many minutes right now. He's played at least 40 minutes in every game in this series. And with this being an elimination game for the Rockets, I mean, obviously if they lose this game, their season's over. There's a good chance that Van Vliet plays like 42, 43 minutes here. And one thing to note is that the Rockets have really been cutting down the minutes on Jalen Green. Jalen Green has really struggled in this series. Outside of game 2, where he went nuclear and had like 38 points, he's really struggled. I mean, Jalen Green only had 7 points in game 1, 9 points in game 3, only had 8 points last game, and his minutes got really cut down. Green only played 25 minutes last game. Now, do I expect Jalen Green to play 25 minutes again? Probably not. You would think he plays more than that. But if Jalen Green does continue to struggle and if he does see his minutes get cut down, that's going to lead to a bigger role for Fred VanVleet. And I think one of the reasons that we've seen VanVleet really step up lately is because of Jalen Green's struggles. Maybe this is the game that Jalen Green bounces back and has a huge game, but I like what I'm seeing from Fred VanVleet right now. The minutes are just so secure. He's playing over 40 minutes every single game, and the matchup's pretty good for him as well. You know, the Golden State, they're not really going to focus their best defenders on VanVleet. I probably see some Steph Curry on him, maybe some Buddy Hield, but it's definitely a matchup that VanVleet can win. Maybe they put pods on him for a little bit of minutes, but I think of all the Rockets guys, I would say VanVleet's probably overall in the best matchup just based on like who's going to guard him and the opportunities that he should have because he's playing so many minutes. Obviously, we saw Şengün have a really big game last game. Maybe the Warriors change up their defense to maybe try and pack the paint a little bit more and maybe slow down Şengün a little bit. VanVleet though has been really good in this series, especially the last 2 games. The volume's been really good too. That's what I like to see. Like even though he's had some bad shooting games, he's still been putting up a lot of shots. And then if we look at him from an assist standpoint, he has shown some assist upside. Did have 6 assists last game. So far in the playoffs, he's averaging just over 8 potential assists per game. So he's been getting some assists as well. And during the regular season, VanVleet did lead the team in potential assists. He averaged nearly 11 potential assists in the regular season and over 5.5 assists per game. So we also get a little bit of assist upside from VanVleet here as well, which I think is why I like his points plus assist prop the most of any. You could maybe look at like his points prop of 13.5. But I think we could probably get like 4 or 5 assists from VanVleet here, maybe more. But I don't mind taking the over on this as well, 13.5 points. Just the volume's been really good lately. The efficiency is obviously something that can come and go, especially for a streaky player like Fred VanVleet. But Fred VanVleet's one of these guys that when he gets going, he can really score a lot. It's when he's slumping, shooting the ball poorly, that's when you see some bad games from him where he only has like 5, 6, 7 points. Usually those type of games are just because he shoots the ball terribly. But lately he's been shooting the ball better, had a really efficient game last game. And again, the matchup's good for him, I think. The minutes are through the roof. There's not a ton of things you could say negative here about VanVleet. It's just we need him to shoot the ball efficiently, not shoot 30% from the field like he has been in a lot of games lately. And I think he goes over this PA line more times than not when he's playing 40-plus minutes. So that's what we're going to take as our first prop for today, guys. And then the other prop that I like, on the other side of that game, we're going to go to the Warriors side. And I like Buddy Hield for more than 9.5 points. So we saw Buddy Hield play really well off the bench in Game 3 of this series, had 17 points. That game was without Jimmy Butler. Butler did not play in Game 3. But then we did see Butler return last game. And Buddy Hield still played really well, had 15 points. And one thing to note is that the Warriors did change up their starting lineup last game, and they started Buddy Hield over Moses Moody. I assume that's going to continue today. Now, one thing I've learned, I've been doing, player props and DFS, and, I've been doing fantasy sports and all this, sports betting, whatever you want to call it. I've been doing this for like almost 10 years. So I've been in this game industry for a while. And one thing I've learned is that you can never trust Steve Kerr to do the same thing over and over. Like, just because Buddy Hield started last game doesn't mean he's absolutely guaranteed to start today. But you would think with how well Buddy Hield played, got 30 minutes, scored 15 points, was in the closing lineup. I'm pretty sure he closed last game. I was watching the game, and I want to say I remember him being out there in the closing minutes, but I'm going to look at that real quick. Yeah, Buddy Hield was in the closing lineup last game, so like you would think he's probably starting again. I don't know why the only player that I would think that they would start over Hield would be maybe Quentin Post. Like maybe they could go to Quentin Post and especially with Şengün, doing so well last game. Maybe they go try and play a little bit bigger and kind of pack the paint a little bit. But I would be surprised if they do that. I think most likely scenario here, I think there's 85% chance that we see Buddy Hield starting again. And the minutes should be solid for Buddy Hield. I mean, he's a guy that can obviously knock down threes. He can defend as well. He's played good minutes lately the last two games, 29 minutes in game 3, 30 minutes last game. And what I like to see is that he's getting up a lot of shots. And Buddy Hield is a guy that, doesn't create a lot of offense for himself. He can, but obviously he relies on his teammates getting him open looks, coming off screens and stuff like that. And playing with this Warriors team, I mean, we know this is like the perfect team for Buddy Hield to be playing with. Playing alongside Draymond Green, who's great at getting his teammates, set up where they need to be in their spots so they can knock down shots. This is a team that just thrives off getting open threes off screens, and that's where Buddy Hield does a lot of his scoring is from three-pointers off of screens, and we've seen him have a lot of success from deep lately. In game 3 when he scored 17 points, he shot 5 for 11 from 3 in that game. Last game shot 3 for 9 from 3. He hasn't been super efficient from 3, and he's still been scoring a ton. I mean, 6 for 15 last game, 6 for 13 the game before that. Like, he's been getting up a lot of shots. If he continues to get up that many shots, which I don't know if he'll continue to get up that many shots, but if he continues to get up, 12, 13, 14 shots, you would think he's going to probably score 10 points more times than not. Just obviously, you don't want him to, he doesn't have to shoot like super efficiently. You don't want him to obviously go out there and shoot like 20%, because if he shoots 20%, then we're probably going to lose this prop. But if he's getting up 12, 13, 14 shot attempts like he has been lately, like I said, it's not like we need him to be super efficient with that type of volume. So I love the volume that I've seen from Buddy Hield lately. The minutes are obviously there as well. He started last game, played 30 minutes. Would think he's starting again here. And this Rockets team, they're a great defensive team, but they got to focus a lot of their defense on Jimmy Butler, a lot of their defense on Steph Curry, obviously. So that should leave opportunity for Buddy Hield to get some open looks, and that's what he's been getting lately. He's been knocking them down. I think that continues on Wednesday night. So give me Buddy Hield for more than 9.5 points. So what we're going to take, guys, is our 2 plays for Wednesday. Just going to be looking at some props in the Rockets-Warriors game. Again, I didn't see much I loved in the Lakers-Minnesota game, but I'll take a look at the board again on Wednesday afternoon, see if I can find some plays from that game. And if I do find any more plays, I'll always share those over on Patreon. I do give out MLB plays over on Patreon as well, so a lot of stuff goes up over there. If you're interested in the Patreon, check it out. It's linked down below in the description. But I do appreciate your guys' support, as always, on these YouTube videos and the free content that I put out on YouTube. If you guys enjoy these videos, just hit that like button for me. It's all that I ask. Hit that subscribe button as well. And again, guys, if you don't have an account over on Prizepicks, make sure that you go sign up for Prizepicks and use that promo code NOAH. So that way, when you play $5, you're going to get $50 of promo funds instantly added to your account. Check out Prizepicks if you have not yet. But good luck, guys. Let's win some money tonight, and I'll see you in the next video.